I finally got my new planner in the mail. It's the Inkwell Press, and it is that new disc system. So if you want to check out my unboxing, keep watching. Welcome to This and That with Denise Jordan. I teach women to make wise home health and beauty decisions. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. Or if you want to see product videos about things that can benefit you in your home, subscribe, because I do videos about those topics all the time. So hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. But definitely check out the show notes in the description box below, because that's where I will link my favorite housekeeping and gardening solutions. Okay, let's jump into it. Ta-da! I got my new Inkwell Press planner, and I am so excited to get it. So let's get it open. I just love these Inkwell Press planners, and this time Tanya came up with something new. She's got this kind of a disc system, which I have not tried before, but a lot of the people in the planner community are loving it. And I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. I like to be able to add things to my planner, and this is a way that I should be able to do that. So when I open it up, first thing I see is this nice little booklet, and it is the Inkwell Press Family Welcome Guide. And it just tells you all about the different Inkwell Press products, gives you a link to the free online courses, well, to the free setup videos, I should say, and then tells you about the online courses, and then shows you the evolution of the planner so that now you see the 360 loops. So we'll see how that goes. And then here is another little card that just says lucky you, and it tells how to use the disc, how to snap them in, how to insert my pack, and how to attach my front cover. And here's my inkling. Oh my goodness, I forgot about the inklings. Inkwell Press gives you an inkling, or like a nice little word for you when you order one of their planners. I forgot all about inklings. And my inkling says live with intention. Oh my goodness, I did not choose intention as my word, but I think my sister chose that as her word. My word was strategic for the year, but doesn't being strategic include being intentional? So, oh my goodness, this is the perfect inkling for me. Tanya, how did you know? Okay, now this is the disc system right here. So you can kind of see the little silver coils through the box, and I ordered the silver and not the gold. And that's their disc, actually. It's a little silver disc. And then this is the front cover. Here are my tabs for the inside. And then here is the planner itself. So I guess I better see about getting it put together. Oh, and then there's a little pocket holder that goes in there too, that they always have in the Inkwell Press planners, and it says a place for everything. So, and it looks like, let's talk about the changes that I see. Now, I really like this cover, and I tend to get something similar to this every year. My sister got a leather look. It's a deep brown, and it looks like leather, and it is beautiful, and it kind of makes me wish I got either that leather look in the brown or the gray. But I do like this, and but I'm missing the year on the front. But then again, the nice thing about this disc system is that I'll be changing the innards every year, but I won't have to change out the cover. So I think what I'll do is order one of those words everywhere where I can get my name put on the front. So I'll do that. And then this is just what it looks like on the inside. This is kind of like that Inkwell Press gray. So there's that. Then here's my pocket folder, as I said. And these are the months of the year, the dividers for the planner itself. So here's January, February. There's nothing special about them. They're all pretty much the same color. But when you look at them, I like the way you've got like a number 1 on this one. So like a little graphic. There's a 1. And then here's February, and you see a big 2. And then a big 3 for March, and so on. So that's nice. And then here is the planner itself. I don't think I'm going to open this just yet. I'm going to put it together and then open it, just in case the advice is not to take the sleeve off until you actually put it inside. So we'll see. So let me take a look at the instructions on how to put it together, and I'll be right back. One nice thing about the Inkwell Press Planner system is that it has setup videos on the planner and just other productivity things. So I went to the website and I found a quick video on how to set the planner up. And you put the disc in the back cover first. There you go. And they just slip right in. And then you put in your next piece. So I've got the second piece in, and this is the back folder, which has a place for everything. I like to keep that at the back. So next I'll put in the dividers. And the paper's fairly thick. Okay, so I've got the dividers in. Now I'll put the planner pieces in that I want. And I think I'm going to start with just the first 4 months. Just the first 3 months, actually, the first quarter of the year. So I'll put my extras in. They go at the back, as well as the first 3 months of the year. So I'll go ahead and get these in, and then I'll do a flip through and show you what some of these pages actually are. But you put the pages in just a few at a time. And I love the quality of the paper, the products with the Inkwell Press. When I write in it, plan in it, get my scrapbooking on in it, the markers or whatever product I'm using doesn't bleed through. So I really like this product, which is why I tend to get it year after year. Okay, so now these are my extras, which go in the back, and I like to keep them right in front of the place for everything. Listen to me, I like to keep them. Before I didn't have a choice, now I can decide. So if I decide I don't want it there and want to move it around, I can. Okay, so now I'm just going to put in the first quarter pages, so I will get those in. And you put them in the back to front. So this is March. So I'll start here. I like to keep the first quarter in there. That way it's not too full or too heavy. Let's get January in. Wow, it's coming together. And now let's put in the front pages. And we'll talk about what these are in just a minute. Okay, so now I've got the basic things in. So I think what I want to do now is go ahead and just put in the monthly calendar for the rest of the year. So let's do that. And then we'll take a look at what I've got going on. We'll just put in the monthly overview. Now let's put the cover on. There it goes. It's all put together. My Inkwell Press Livewell 360 Planner. Now let's open it up and take a walk through. So now this is what it looks like all put together. Here you can see the nice little disc, and I chose the silver disc. There's also a gold, but I really felt like the silver complemented the grays and the blues that are here in the cover. My one thought though is that the cover is just a little bit plain. I always get some version of this, like for example, this is what I got for 2019. This is what I had for 2018, and I'm used to there being like a big something like that on here. Now this is the 2018 one, and I had the gold coils. This was the 2016 one. I think this was the first Inkwell Press that I got, and I bought this lettering to put my name across the bottom, and so I think I will do that for this one. But the nice thing about the cover not having the year on it is that next year when I order the planner, I've already got the cover, so I don't have to order a new cover unless I just want to. I'll just have to order new innards. Okay, now let's do a flip through. So here's the very first page of your planner, one day of day one. And so you put in your personal information there. And then here is where you can put your important dates for the year. You can just write them in as they come up, or if there's dates that you already know about, you can just go ahead and get those in. But there's plenty of room to put things in as you go along. So big events and happenings, important dates. And these are two very important pages in the planner. This is your goal setting, your goals for the year. And so here's your mission, and my mission for the year is to be strategic. And so I'll be putting that word in there. And then these are the areas that I'll be focusing on for the year: personal, social, financial, health, home, and then of course, dreaming big. Over here is where you break down your goals. So it's like you're looking at your goals quarterly and whether or not you were able to achieve them. So here's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then end of the year. And again, each of these areas here reflects one of these areas over here. And then here's your 2019 calendar overview. Then we flip into January, and the first thing you see in January is the January mission board. And then the areas here on the mission board reflect the areas from the goal statement. They might state it a little bit differently, but it is a good reflection of the goal setting that takes place here. So we've got health, home, me time, dreaming big, financial, and then being social, and then you've got spaces here to add in extra things that you want. And I like to put my word either for the month or for the year down here. And I'm starting out with my overall arching word is strategic. So I'll write strategic here to remind me that I want to be strategic starting off from the very first day. Then here's my calendar for the month of January. There's a place here to put my top 5 priorities for the month, and then a space here for notes, and then of course the February calendar. And then I got the classics. So as you can see here, I can put things here in this fashion, and I can write any additional notes that I have down here. And I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. Sometimes I use it for meal planning. Sometimes I use it for video ideas. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to suss that out. And then at the end of the month is the notes and ramblings page. And you can write, doodle, outline, whatever it is you need to do for that particular month. Start some ideas and things like that for the next month. Whatever it is, you've got these places to put that. And then at the very end, you've got your plan. So this is your plan for the month. Over here, you've got a little box for an additional focus. And I like to put a little picture here, something that kind of reminds me of what my focus is for the month. And then here's my daily habit tracker. And so I would write in what my daily habits are that I want to focus on, and then mark off each day as I get them done. And then of course, February is set up the same way. In March, etc. Now I only put in the first 3 months of planning pages for this calendar, but I did go ahead and put in the mission board and the monthly calendar for each of the other dates, just so I have that to work with. And then of course at the back is what we call the extras. And what do you get in the extras? Well, first of all, you always get a great quote, and this one is, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer," and that's from Harriet Tubman, and that dreamer would be moi. And then there's a gift list here, and this is really a good idea, the gift list. You can put down ideas about gifts you have for people for birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, whatever. You can put that there, how much you want to spend, how much you actually spent, whatever, and it just kind of helps you keep track of things. But the other important area here is that they're gift ideas for myself, you know, gift ideas for you. Then when someone says, what is it that I could get you for your birthday? Or what would you like for this or that? You've got some ideas. And sometimes on the spot, you don't have a clue as to what you want people to get you. But as you move through the year, little things come up that, like, you know what, I wouldn't mind having this, or I wouldn't mind having that. And so you can write those ideas down. And then when someone asks, you can look in your planner and let them know. Wanderlust back here might be information about travel or whatever that you've got coming up. Different things like that. Where you want to go, accommodations, whatever. Over here you've got one page for project planning. And you can order more project planning pieces if you like. And then over here is like a bill paying tracker. I've never done much with that, but I might try to work with that this time. But there's that's in there. And then these are the pages that I really like. And there are your notes. You've just got bunches of note pages right here at the back for you just to write notes about whatever project you're working on or just whatever. And it looks like there's extra note pages this year. So I like that. And then you've got your 2020 calendar at the very back for planning for next year, and then your pocket for everything. So you can tuck things in here, here, and then here, and then here's your back page. The one thing Tanya did too this year was she put the Inkwell Press Productivity Company logo on the back rather than have it on the front, because she figures that way you can personalize it as you like. So here's my planner. So now I'm going to actually put a few notes in it, and then I'll come back. I didn't put anything here on this introductory page just yet. I'll do that in a minute. And I don't have anything on the important dates just yet. I'll have to take some time to think about that. But I did go ahead and put some things down on my goals page. So for example, for 2019, my mission is to be strategic. So here's my goal setting page, and my mission for this year is to be strategic. And I want to be strategic in every one of the 6 areas that we're going to focus on, including personal, which includes joining a gym with my husband, continuing to work on relationship building, not only with my husband, but with other family members and friends. And of course, always clear and concise communication is always something that I want to work towards. In the social area, social media, I really want to focus on Instagram as well as YouTube, have a girls' night at least once a quarter, and then make sure I stay on top of my deadlines for my Women of More magazine articles that I need to do. In the financial arena, I want to work on making sure I've got my emergency fund where I would like it to be, and then 0 credit card use for the year. I typically only use credit cards for flights and things like that, but every now and then I tend to splurge. So we'll see if I can keep that under control. Under health, again, I want to get to my goal weight, get my cholesterol down, work out at least 4 times a week, and start going to Weight Watchers again. For home, I want to do a quarterly refresh, and then a new bedroom. That's been on my list for the past couple of years, and hopefully we can achieve that this year. And then, of course, continue the Fly Lady cleaning system and keeping my home nice and neat and organized for the 2 of us. And then dreaming big. I want to get to 9,000 subscribers for YouTube by the end of this year, so we'll see how that works out. If I can do that, I will have tripled my subscribers. And then I would like to get some video sponsors as well as get more product reviews done for the year. So I've got that on the list. And then to get a website for this and that with Denise. So we'll see how that goes. So these are the goals that I've got set for the year. And then over here, I've just got some little things that fall under these goals and just things that I want to remind myself. So they're just little sticky notes that I can put on and off, but they kind of break down each of the goals a little bit more. So under health, one of the things I really want to look at is meal planning and healthy eating. So there's going to be doing different things that I do to achieve that, and then different things to achieve Facebook and YouTube presence. So these are just little things, just things that I want to do underneath the goals. So this helps me to stay on track. And then I can check in at the end of 3 months and see how things are going. So there's that. And I went ahead and then just kind of wrote out the mission board just so you can have an idea as to how I use it and how you can use it as well. So for the health area, I just wrote in the yoga because I'm going to be doing the 30 days of yoga with Adrian as well as an ab challenge. But that just reminds me of where I'm going with that. Again, in home, I put Christmas takedown because that's the big function for this month, is to get all the Christmas things down, put away, get the house reorganized. And then over here for me time, getting myself back to Weight Watchers. That's something I do just for myself, and I do enjoy those meetings. So I put that in as the overarching goal here. And then under being social, my 1-minute videos that I want to work on. And then my Go Red dinner that I want to plan is going to be here. And I need to, even though I'm going to have the Go Red dinner at February 1st, I need to start planning it and getting things ready for that now. So that's why that's on here. And I'm working toward a no-spend budget for January. We'll see if I can get that accomplished. We will just see. And then for dreaming big, I want to have 300 or more YouTube subscribers this month. I figured out if I wanted to get to 9,000 by the end of the month, or rather by the end of the year, I need to get about 300 subscribers a month. So we'll see what I can do, as well as participate in a couple collabs. Here's my reminder for my Women of More magazine. The due date is January 10th. And I want to do a part 2 of the article that I did on jeweling. So I want to make sure I get that done. And then, of course, I always focus on relationship building with my husband. So I always have this little box here for something related to just the 2 of us. And many times I'll put a picture of us here. But this time I'm just kind of laying things out. I might actually do a planning day later where I actually fill these in with something else. But for right now, this is where I'm at. And then here's my word of the year and my word of the month. And as Tanya likes to let us know, adventure awaits. So the year is just beginning and adventure awaits. And then the next 2 pages you see is the month at a glance. And I put just a couple little notes here about things that I want to do in the house. There's always a sticky note here or two that I can jot down little notes about things that I need to be aware of or make sure I take in for the month, and then just kind of start some information writing in there. And then I just kind of put down here my reminder that I want to make sure that I'm checking out Fly Lady Cat every day. And so far I have done that. And I'll put notes over here for what I want to focus on and video ideas, that kind of thing. One of the video ideas, which includes planner setup. And then here toward the back of the month, you see pages for notes and ramblings. And what I do here is just kind of break down the various goal areas that I have on the mission board over here. And I'll be more specific as to what are the things that I need to do. And I might even add a couple other things back here that you may not necessarily see the big picture here, but there's something that's going to be related to that. Or at least there should be. So service is my Women of More magazine, and then I'm going to be doing a class 1 day a week for IU Fort Wayne. So I'm thinking about getting a new lab coat, and then need to review course materials, and then of course planning YouTube for the first quarter, planning my Go Red dinner, some financial goals and some things I want to do related to that, things related to dreaming big, health and fitness, home, and then of course me time. So most of everything here really should jump off from over here. I didn't put the IU Fort Wayne on here just because, number one, it's not as important to me as some of the other things are, but two, it doesn't really start until January 31st, so I just didn't do that. I normally will put a square over here for that. I guess I could put it here. There. So I've got the Women of More and then the IU Fort Wayne. That's just a reminder of things that I need to do for the month. And then on this last page for the plan, again, no spend January. You see, I've kind of got that in a couple different places because I really want to remind myself that that's what I'm doing, is a no spend January. I want to start the money challenge for the Christmas Club, as well as get my taxes filed. So my husband and I will work on some of those things together. And then down here, I included what my daily habits are going to be for the month of January, one of which is the yoga. And I did get that started on January 1st, and I've been pretty faithful so far. And then I want to be sure to check in on my planner every day. I don't always do that, and I find when I don't do a planner check every day, sometimes I miss things. So I'm putting that on the habit tracker. Then also I want to focus on my nighttime routine. So that's what I've got going on for the month of January. And then for the rest of the months, I've just got a little sticky note on the calendar at a glance page, and it just carries all the way through. So that's it. Stay tuned for the lipstick of the day. I get so many questions about the lipsticks that I wear, so I thought I would just share with you the one that I'm wearing today, and it is this one. It is called Ripe Rose. And I think it's a very nice neutral. It's got just a hint of kind of a pink or dusty rose color, but it looks very nice. Just a very nice neutral. There's a nice little swatch. And the e.l.f. lipsticks are really quite inexpensive. You can pick them up at almost any drugstore. And then my lip liner is this one. And it is the Moonstruck Precision Pencil by Unique, and the color is Pouty. So there you have it. If you have any questions about the lipstick that I'm wearing, leave it in the comment section below. So that's it for my planner setup and flip through. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I plan to use it, and that it gave you some ideas on what you can do in your planner. Now here's my question for you. What part of this whole planner setup do you have questions about? Tell me in the comment section below. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.